What's up, everybody? It's been a couple months since I posted a video. I want to give everybody an update on what's going on. I didn't feel much inspiration to record a video past couple months. Plus I had a lot going on, so I was just not really in the zone. Kratom, it's not something I think about all the time, to be honest with you. Maybe it's like a defense mechanism I put in when I quit. It's really not on my mind all the time. The one thing that puts it on my mind is this channel. I think about it, but it's probably good to think about it sometimes. But yeah, I don't really it's not something I think about all the time. But as far as me myself, I had someone close to me. I lost someone close to me in the past month. So that's something I've been dealing with. Somebody else that my family's been dealing with also. And that's been rough. That's one thing that's been going on. Another thing that's been going on is my health. I'm not sure exactly what I touched on my last couple videos, but I've been having feet issues. I got tendonitis in one foot and plantar fasciitis in that same foot. And I was limping everywhere for months, 3-4 months, just limping. And then my back was hurting me a lot. It felt like I pinched like 3 different nerves in different places. And I was just super tense. My leg hurt real bad. My knee, because of me limping around, my knee started hurting because of my feet. And then I got TMJ in this joint right here. It hurts to chew. And they think it's because of my wisdom teeth. Well, I'm gonna get my wisdom teeth taken out next week. So hopefully that, gives me some relief. But it's actually gotten a lot better. I could chew a lot better now. Before it was like just opening my mouth was a lot of pain. But yeah, I was in a lot of pain and my body was so stiff, like crazy stiff. I didn't know what was going on. And then I thought, I've been taking medicine for months now. Either Tylenol, ibuprofen, naproxen. I was taking those every day for months. And I'm talking like 6 months straight, every single day. And I got some blood work, so my liver and kidneys are all good. But and then the doctor prescribed me some other stuff. A muscle relaxer, I only took that once. Gabapentin, I know other people have struggled with that, with an addiction to that. I took it a few times, maybe 4 or 5 times, and I didn't feel like it was doing anything, so I stopped taking it. They also prescribed me meloxicam, which is basically the same thing as ibuprofen and naproxen, but it's like double, triple as strong. You need 1 little pill a day. So, after taking all these medicines, the prescribed medicines I didn't take for that long. Ibuprofen, Tylenol I was taking for months and months. And then I switched to this new medicine, the meloxicam, and I was taking, they had prescribed me an oral steroid too. So I'm trying to get to the point. So the point is my body was so stiff and I was still in pain every day. Nothing was getting better. So I thought, if I'm gonna be in pain anyway, why not just stop taking all medicine? I'm gonna be in pain regardless. So I stopped taking everything. I don't take nothing. And I was in pain for a couple of days, like, damn, like, was this a good decision? This hurts. And then I noticed by like day 3, I'm like, okay, the big pain is basically gone. Now I'm back to where I was before I stopped taking medicine. And then less than a week later, I see actual progress. And I'm like, my body feels a little bit looser and I'm not in as much pain as I was. I was just limping around, man. My foot was killing me. So little by little, I started getting better. And then I went in to get a shot in my foot, got a shot in the bottom of my foot. I don't recommend that, but I did it. I would do it again, actually. It was pretty good, the after effects. So my body has gotten way better than it was, 2 months ago, a month ago, hell. Way better. I'm really not limping too much, a tiny bit, but I'm doing way better. So maybe that's why I got some inspiration to make a video now about, you know, different stuff. So that's basically what's been going on with me. I haven't been struggling as far as kratom. I'm not getting cravings. I'm not getting weak-minded, nothing like that. I'm doing good. Like I said before, you know, I put it in my mind and I convinced myself I would never use kratom again, and that's what it is. I'm not ever gonna do it again. And you know, I seen a few things. People say, "Oh, kratom helped me get off of fentanyl. Kratom helped me get off pills. Kratom helped me do this." And you know what? It did help with the withdrawals, you know. But what got you off of that was you. Like, you got yourself off of that. Kratom didn't get you off of it. So I think you have to distinguish the difference between what you did and what kratom did. Kratom helped alleviate some symptoms, but if it's a year down the road, you know, you quit pills, you quit fentanyl, whatever you were doing, and now you got a new habit, what really did it do? You know, what's the next step? What's the next decision you need to make? That's kind of where my brain goes. I want to thank everybody too that commented on my video a couple days ago, and they gave me some topics that they wanted me to cover, questions they wanted me to ask. So I wrote a couple things down, actually prepared this time. Okay, so one guy said, I think I answered him, but I'll cover it on the video too. Somebody had asked me, you know, I'm 12 days in, 13 days in, and I still got diarrhea. My stomach's still messed up. Sounds about right, man. Sounds about right. I think that being lethargic lasted for a long time, a lot longer than I thought, you know. I might have puffed it up to seem better on my videos, but it seemed like I was lethargic for a really long time. It was hard to do stuff. I'll touch on that as well. But what lasted even longer than that, I want to say, was my upset stomach and diarrhea. And it wasn't like a nuisance, because just me personally, from taking so much kratom, and I took powder, like heavy duty powder, I was constipated all the time, like all the time. You know, I was like so worried about eating fiber because I was just forever constipated. About a year after I started taking kratom, I was using it heavy for months, and then I got the worst constipation I've ever had. I'm surprised I didn't have to go to the hospital, because it was bad, man. Real bad. But anyway, back to the diarrhea. When I quit kratom, I had diarrhea for a long time, man. I want to say I had like straight up pure diarrhea. Minimum, I would say minimum like a month. 3 weeks to a month. And I'm not exaggerating, like 3 weeks to a month. I would take electrolytes every day. I drank like 2 liquid IVs a day, every day for months. And then I took it down to 1 when the diarrhea was started going away. I still drink liquid IV almost every day. And if there's noise in the back, that's my AC. It's like 100 degrees here in Colorado. But yeah, I mean, it lasted, and it didn't just go away one day, you know what I mean? Like, it was a process. Like everything else, when you quit kratom, nothing just goes away, you know? Your energy doesn't come straight back. Your mood, you got to work on it. I mean, nothing just comes right back. It's going to take some time. Everything. You know, people say a month or 2 and you're done. It's like, nah, it doesn't necessarily just work like that. You could be done after 2 months, but you know, things take time to come back. Just be patient, you know. Every day is not going to be easy. Your stomach will get better from the diarrhea. I promise you. Watch what you eat. It'll get better. You know, however long it takes, you're in it. All right? Just accept the fact it's going to take a while. It'll take a while, but it'll come back. Just make sure you stay hydrated. Drink some Gatorade, liquid IV, whatever you want to drink. But yeah, keep those electrolytes if you got diarrhea every day. That's one. And another one, I had a question about productivity. I think a lot of us, especially, I don't know, I really don't know. I haven't spoken with a ton of people, but for the most part, a lot of us, you know, we got that gene in us. I'm sure it's the same gene that makes us like opioids, you know. We like kratom, we like the way it makes us feel, gets us energized, and we can bust some stuff out. That's why I liked it. I was like, man, I'm like floating. I got a heavy euphoric high, but I also got energy. I can get stuff done. I can work for hours on this. That's why I loved kratom, you know. So now a lot of you are post kratom, you quit, and now you're finding it hard to stay productive without kratom. And it's tough, man. It's tough. The funny thing about it is I never approach any of my issues post kratom. I never approach these issues while thinking about kratom. You know, I don't have kratom anymore. So I'm doing this. I don't have kratom, so now I have to deal with it like this. It's just, I find a solution without thinking about kratom. You know, that's just how it sounds weird. Like, how could you even do that? But it's the truth. Anything, because it's like, it's not an option to run to kratom anymore, you know? And that's what a lot of these issues come back to, is I took kratom off of the table. So now I don't struggle with cravings, anything to do with kratom. I don't struggle because I took it off the table. You know what I mean? I wrapped it up and I threw it away. It's not in my house. It's not in my mind at all, you know? So I just don't think about kratom at all anymore. So to be productive, when I thought about it, how can I be productive now? I just thought, okay, now how does somebody be productive? You know, one, the gym is like top of the list. One of the main things you got to do is go to the gym and get active. That's, you know, you're going to be tired for a little while, of course, and you're going to have to struggle to get to the gym, work out. You're going to be tired the next day. And a lot of people think, why do I want to go to the gym if I'm going to be tired every day? You're not going to be tired every day, but it's another habit you have to form. It's going to take a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, and before you know it, you're going to start feeling a lot more energy. One, that's where a lot of your energy is going to come from, the gym. What you eat, you know, drink a lot of water, get a healthy breakfast, or if you're fasting at all, you know, get some food in you later in the day. Whatever it is, find a diet and a workout plan that works for you. And don't make it complicated, you know. You eat 3-4 times a day, any day, anyway, you know. Instead of running to McDonald's to get something, run inside a Safeway. Let's say you're gonna spend $8 or $9 at McDonald's, whatever it is. Run to Walmart, Safeway, wherever you live at, the local store. You know, you can get a bottle of water. You can get an apple, just one apple. The cheapest apple you ever bought in your life. It's probably like 50 cents or 25 cents. One apple. Get you, you know, they got like healthy sandwiches sitting there. Safeway's kind of expensive, but you know, a little chicken sandwich, something healthy. You know, you got some protein in there. You got an apple. You got water. Throw you a liquid IV in there. Get you some electrolytes. You know, it's just the difference. You could go through the drive-thru at McDonald's and spend, what's a Big Mac meal? $12, $13 if you get a large everything. I don't know how much it is. Just spend that money somewhere else on different food. If you're gonna eat anyway, you're gonna go to the store to buy some food. Don't get frozen pizzas, Pop-Tarts, soda, chips, you know, Eggo, waffles, pancakes. Don't buy all that. Get some real meat, get some real veggies, get some real fruit, get something real to drink. It's easy, you know what I mean? Easier said than done, I agree. But if you're buying groceries anyway, just buy healthier groceries. If you're gonna go get some fast food anyway, just run inside a Walmart, wherever it is, get something healthier. You know, you're gonna get the food anyway, just get some healthier food. Those are two things, that working out and your diet, for sure. Number 3, which is, it's up there with all of them, sleep. Focus on your sleep. Try to get some sleep. I know, man, it took me a while to get some good sleep after quitting kratom. I know it takes a minute. Things don't just come naturally, but get all the sleep you can. Don't drink a bunch of caffeine during the day. And if you do drink caffeine, don't drink it past noon. Don't drink it past 11 o'clock. Just have a cup of coffee or tea in the morning. Leave it at that. I'm talking about the early stages of kratom. This is what I'm talking about. Now I can drink caffeine and it doesn't bother me. But early on, I tried to stay as far away from caffeine as I could. I would drink some tea. I was drinking Buffalo Thunder tea or something like that. Those are things. Yep. Sleep, diet, working out. Number 4, make a plan. Get a little planner, cheap at Walmart, super cheap. I got a nice one. Let me see if I got it. Oh yeah, my stuff got stolen like 2 months ago. They broke into my car and stole all my stuff, my work planner. This guy right here, 2024, 2025, they have the whole calendar on one page for every month, and then they have a section for each day. This was like $5. Get you a planner and plan out your next day. Or in the morning time, I got these things I got to do. Write them down. I got to do A, B, C, D, E. And if you're on a time crunch, write times. This has to be done by this time. This has to be done by this time. This has to be done. I mean, it sounds so meticulous, but once you start crossing things off, then it's like, all right, cool, I'm getting stuff done. Those are little things you can do to stay productive. And as far as energy, all those things I just mentioned too help with energy, minus the planner. All that other stuff helps with energy. So that's my advice for staying productive. And before you go to sleep, pray. Wake up in the morning, pray. That's number 1, top of the list. Pray, read the word, ask for guidance, you know what I mean? In this time, ask for energy, ask for what you need, and give thanks. Say thank you. You know what I mean? You're off kratom now. And if you're not off, you're going to be going through this at some point. Thank him for waking you up for another day. Show thanks. Gratitude is huge. An attitude of gratitude. I know it sounds corny. All right, that's productivity. Something else somebody had asked me was, which is very closely related to productivity, but slightly different. They said, how do I deal with new issues in life without kratom? Being sick, relationships, stress, work, grief. Everything I just mentioned for sure, working out, diet, sleep, getting a planner, writing all your stuff down. That helps with, the business side or staying productive every day. And that covers some of these issues. But as far as being sick, when I got sick and I was like fully into my kratom addiction, I think the worst I ever got sick when I was on kratom was I caught the flu one time, and that was pretty bad. And then what else did I get? I got COVID after I quit. That was rough. And I was like, man, COVID whooped my ass. But I'm trying to think. I didn't get sick too much when I was on kratom. But I did get the flu one time, and I was like on my bed for a few days, 2-3 days, fever, all that. I would wake up and go take my kratom, no matter what, when you're addicted, you're going to take what you need. You're going to take your kratom, whether you're sick or not. So I took it just as much as I did any other day. Sick and all, early on, I had gotten strep throat, early on in my kratom addiction. And it seemed like there was an interaction between the antibiotics and kratom. Maybe it was just in my head. A lot of people say there's no interaction, but before kratom, I would take antibiotics and my throat would start clearing up. Like a day later, 2 days later, I'm like done. And on kratom, it seemed like it took a lot longer. But anyway, now that I've been sick, I got sick when I quit kratom. I got COVID. That's the last time I got sick, and that was, I want to say, November. Maybe even before that. It might have been like, I got sick, I want to say, it's hard to say, I don't know. But all I know is I had COVID after I quit kratom. I was sick as a dog, and I was thankful that I didn't have kratom. Because, you know, kratom can't be good for your immune system at all. So, I don't know. I was just thankful I wasn't on it anymore. To be honest with you, it wasn't a struggle to deal with it. You know, it's like, it's a blessing not to have another, you know, not ailment, but I'm trying to think of the word I'm thinking of. You know, some extra baggage. I'm already sick. I got to take medicine. I'm laying down sick. I don't need to be taking kratom. You know, especially if you feel nauseous and you got to take some kratom. It's a bad story. So I know that doesn't really answer your question, what to do when you're sick after you quit kratom, but I can only give you my point of view. The next topic he wanted me to cover was relationships after kratom. You know, it only gets better, but especially if you're honest about the whole situation, your relationship can only get better as far as your significant other. But if the relationship's not just with your significant other, I know a lot of us took kratom so we could be social, so we didn't have social anxiety, so we could be in a good mood. Like, I know it, and it's a struggle. Yeah, like it's the same thing I would think about. It goes back to working out and your diet. You know what I mean? If you can get in the gym every single day, you're releasing all those endorphins, you know? Earned endorphins. You're earning those endorphins, so your mood is a lot more stable, and I think it'll be a lot easier to manage hanging out with people when you work out a lot more. That's my opinion. I think science kind of backs me up on that one. Get in the gym heavy. Go to church and get involved. And the reason I say that, and I'm not telling anybody you got to go to this specific one. Go to church, go to your local mosque. You know what I mean? Go somewhere and worship. I definitely would prefer everybody went to a Christian church. That's what I am. I think I'm right, obviously. You know, I'm not a Christian because I think I'm wrong. But get in there and you might just meet some more people. You know what I mean? You might get out of your comfort shell. You might, you know, feel something in your heart, and you might meet somebody that you like. It's a good place. And I think, not that everybody in church is good. Obviously, I know a lot of people have been hurt while being at church or while they're involved in church. But I think for the most part, a lot of people have good intentions. They got their own demons. Everybody's trying to deal with stuff in a more of a positive way. You know what I mean? So that would be, that's my advice to you. Stress. You know, when I used kratom, I think heavier when I was in a good mood as opposed to a bad mood. And I know I've said that before, but when I got stressed, I wouldn't necessarily use more. When I was in a good mood, sometimes I would use more because it was like, let's go, let's keep it going. But stress, you know, a lot of these things, I know I keep going back to it. God, working out, diet. It's like the 3 things you can do to take care of your health, you know? Spiritually, mentally, physically. You know, God, the gym, your diet. You know, and I mean, if you want to add going to not rehab, but when you talk to somebody about your issues. What's that called? Yeah, my mind still draws blanks. therapist. There you go. If you want to add a therapist to the mix, whatever you need to do, you know what I mean? Just don't add kratom to the mix. Don't add drugs. Don't add alcohol to the mix. Try not to. Don't do it. But stress, work stress, and grief, you know, grief is a whole different topic, which me and my family are going through right now. But, you know, it's true, you know. Put God first, take care of your mental and your physical health. And if you take care of yourself and, you know, you kind of set yourself up every day to handle being sick, your body's going to be in shape. If you go to the gym all the time, eat healthy, your body's going to be in shape to fight that sickness. Relationships. If you're reading God's word, if you're working out every day, eating healthy, and then you're consuming positive things regarding relationship, whether that's YouTube videos, at church, reading, your therapist, you're going to know how to deal with relationships a lot better. And I think for the most part, we're not dumb. You know what I mean? We know when we messed up. It's just trying to not make the mistake of messing up. We're all going to mess up. I do all the time. But